Okay, this is my assignment 6, yes, video for graphics. So first thing was the normals for everything. In the model tools, in all of the, added in all of the pre-made models and put the vertices in all of them, had to add in that 0 that was talked about on Discord to get the specular stuff working. But yeah, the interesting ones are the sphere, where I just normalize the position, and that's the normal. And then for the terrain, after I build the vertices, I do all of the normal. Sorry, okay. I do all of the find all the vertices, or sorry, vectors. I could not think of that word. Vectors that I need around the vertex, and then cross them and average them to get the normals. Other thing that we talked about over Discord a little bit, I did the blurred value thing with the blur image kernel. So when you are building the vertices and determining what height they should be, you kind of blur the pixel values a bit, so it's a little bit smoother. Right, so, and then in terms of what is going on in this scene, I am literally just going through and rendering one of each of the pre-made models with the shader color light. So all of these unit pyramid, there's no textures obviously, so the rep text or different textures you can't really see, but go ahead and run this. So there's 3, it's kind of small. Whoa, whatever. There are 3 lights. There's the spotlight going around. There's a point light in the middle, and then a directional light. So the terrain, very shiny, kind of looks gross, but everything is reacting as it should. Yeah, and the plane as well has the light reflection. So that is that for the normals. For texture, shader texture light, the additional thing that we needed was the set resource sampler method, so we can set an actual texture for this shader. Also needed to mess with the input layout a bit and add in a texture coordinate, because we need that. And then in terms of the HLSL, needed to add in some registers for the texture and sampler. Everything else is the same except at the very end. Well, you need to make sure that you're actually passing through the texture coordinates through the whole pipeline, and then at the end in the pixel shader, you just multiply by the sampler at that place for this texture. So multiply that by the color. So can just run this scene. I think I just have a cube, a crate, and oh yeah, I actually have all 3. I have the repeating texture crate, the 6-space box, and then the unit pyramid repeating texture, and the terrain. So anyway, the light is interacting with all of them correctly. And next is multiple lights. So right now only the point lights are working, the multiple point lights. So the multiple point lights are working. In the multiple light shader, I have the fields for both of those that are now arrays, and then when you set a light parameter, if you send a point light, then you update the value in the corresponding array, and then when you send the light parameters, you have to copy all of them into the struct, and then you send that into the buffer. So the buffer now has arrays as well up here. I'm just hard-coding the values right now, which is bad. But yeah, they have the buffer of 4 things, and then in the actual pixel shader, you just loop through all of the data that's in the buffer, and you add them all up Yeah. So I'm doing the point light and the spotlight exactly the same, but only the point light is working. I don't know why. I have 3 point lights in the scene, and then only one spotlight, but even the one isn't working, so I don't know what's up. Any second now. Alright, so here are all of the point lights working in the scene, and the spotlight isn't doing anything, but whatever. Yeah. That is it for the assignment. Oh yeah, I didn't do the further work, so yeah.